very good Wednesday morning and welcome to Kowloon Cricket Club. Aaron Bush with you for the KCC Morning League. It's finals week and it's second semi-final in Grade 2. Second place Sunlawn Titans up against the Tsing Smashers. Both teams looking for a place in Friday's final up against the Nepal Rhinos, who were victors yesterday over top of the table. Markhor. Gloomy skies, but the teams are ready. Might be a bit greasy out there, but they're going to be ready. Both teams desperate, looking to get into that final. Of course, a place in the Grade 2 final on Friday means promotion into Grade 1 in the 2025-26 season. Sunlawn Titans winning the toss, electing to have a bat. Kavadka and Mukti heading out to the crease. All right, ready to get underway. Vaishak with the ball in hand for the Tsing Smashers. And it's going to be Vaishak with the ball in hand. And we're ready to get underway. First delivery of the second semi-final. It's a good straight one. Kavadka defending. Slip in place. Also a gully, deep third, point. A very close catching just off to the left of screen. Cover position, extra cover mid-off. A wideish mid-on. Backward square. Now this one outside the circle. Pulls hard. Beats the wide mid-on and goes through cow corner. First runs off the bat for the Sunlawn Titans. Suvek Kavadka starting strongly off the second delivery. Run through the playing sides today. We'll go pull up the teams. Let's start with the Sunlawn Titans, shall we? And of course, Suveg Kavadka and Diraj Mukti out there in the middle. Sandeep Hatramani, Yogi Matani, the captain Kunal Samtani, Malhar Vora, Siddharth Jain, the speedster Kananasuri, Nishal Savlani. Watch this delivery. That's pulled away forward of square. Nobody there as well. Back-to-back fours to start off the runs for the Sunlawn Titans. Tushar Mehra and Vinay Advani rounding out the playing 11 today. This is a very nice stroke. They had a backward square, and that was taken well out of play going forward of the square leg umpire. Powerful. Clearing that front leg. Takes the pace off it a little bit there and then gets back to the dot balls. For the Tsing Smashers, the captain, Sankara Narayan and Gandhi Mata Nathan. Srikanth Sankar, Bhupinder Singh. Bashak Uttuman with the ball in hand. Ashutosh Singh. Nair Girish. Get through this delivery. A shorter, faster one pulled away through mid-wicket. The mid-on will get to this one though. Takes the first non-boundary run of the day, and Mukti will face his first delivery. Diraj on strike. One ball left to the first. Sachin Tandon got the gloves on today. Vivek Arya, Venkatesh Devi, Rajesh Saini, and Naveed Kawaja, the playing 11 for the Tsing Smashers in the second semi-final. And Mookie just easing it onto the leg side. Takes a single, will retain strike. A good over to start with for the Sunlawn Titans. They're 10 for none after one. Venkatesh Davy to bowl over number 2 for Tsing. Smashes. Slip coming out. Gully remaining. Vivek Arya's moved to deep mid-wicket. They've got a forward square. No backward square outside the circle. And they've put a deep cover as well. Diraj on strike. Tries to go on the offside. Couple of steps down thinking about a run. No run available. And again, nice and straight. Defended back-to-back dots to start with for Venkat. Again, just pushing this one to that short catching cover position. So after a blistering first over, fighting back here, Tsing. We'll go off to the KCC Match Centre, of course. Remember, type KCC Match Centre into Google and it will pop up. First link and give you all the stats in the morning league, both Grade 1 and Grade 2. We'll be focusing on Grade 1 today. Grade 2, I should say. Grade 1. The grand final tomorrow here live from Kowloon Cricket Club. And Sky Warriors Derby. The Avengers up against the Marvels. See who takes bragging rights in Grade 1. Fuller, that's driven hard and will beat the infield after a string of dots. 4 dots and then a 4. First boundary for Mookie as he smashes it into our sight screen camera. Bit of a early morning wobble on the camera. That's how you can tell how straight this shot is. straight, and then bang. Wobbles the sight screen. Beautiful stroke. This time punches hard and will beat Gandhi. I think it is at extra cover. Ricochets off the feet. So mid-off has to do the fielding. Apologies from the captain to the bowler about the slight misfield. So they go back for 2 and 6 runs coming from the second. Sunlawn Titans 16 for none. Baishak to bowl a second. Went for 10 in his first. Head to the KCC Match Centre. We can go have a look through previous fixtures, see how these two performed against each other in the round robin. It's all very tight in Grade 2. The first team into the finals, the Nepal Rhinos yesterday, they only made it in on the final round. Got a win against top of... Well, pulled away top of the bat. Was trying to go through mid-wicket. Ended up almost skying it to mid-on. It's a no ball. So a free hit here with the overstep. Oh, lots of speed, so uses the pace. Big top edge, it's gone for 6. Short boundary through the slip cordon. They had the deep third in place, but too wide to cut that one off, and it landed on the full onto the netting. More good runs for the Sunlawn Titans early. Flies away, and you can see landed about thigh high up on the netting. And then flicks away, gets caught backward a square. The first wicket falls. That's the end of Mookie for 13. Sunlawn Titans 24 for 1. Catch from Naveed Khawaja at backward square. He was placed there for just such a stroke. And it will bring Yogi Matani to the crease at number 3. Massive wicket after expensive, going for 8 runs off the first legal delivery by Jacques. But more importantly, gets the breakthrough. Apologies for the drop in audio. Just some gremlins in the computer system. Well, there's 50 partnership up now between these two. Just 34 deliveries for 55 runs. After 8, the Sunlawn Titans 79 for 1. Not sure when the audio dropped out. We've had a passing shower and that's come and gone. It's brightening up out there actually. Vivek Arya to continue. 1 over, none for 9 so far. Very good start for the Sunlawn Titans. Said earlier, whether it went to air or not, I'm not sure. These are the top 2 scorers. Gets a full toss, up and over the top, a square leg. No, mid-wicket. Could go through his hands, actually. It's gone for 6. 4. Not sure how that happened. It must have just dropped down at the toes. He was on the boundary. So 4 runs. The mid-wicket fielder got hands on it. Must have dropped down. It was blocked by the tents, the dugout, for us to see, but it was right on the ropes. I thought it was going for 6. 4 it is. Yogi now into the 30s. Good news for these two as well. For the 2024-25 season, both have now scored over 200 runs in the competition. Vivek's decided to go around the wicket this time. And puts it right up in the block hole. It's punched out hard to Davey at long on. Oh, soft hands, but a little risky. Bhupinder Singh was waiting there at gully. Nowhere near carrying it. Still a little bit of drizzle out there, so the ball is very greasy. It's hard to get hands on. It's going to be tough work for both sides. The ground won't dry out. Doesn't look like we're going to get too much sunshine today. And so far, we've managed to grind on the way through 9 overs almost, with 1 ball left at least. Oh, give it a shorter one. Put it in the air. Khawaja can't get hands to that one. Maximum to finish off the over. 13 runs coming from the 9th. The Titans are in the 90s. They're 92 for 1. Girish Nair, a.k.a. Gary, to bowl a 3rd. None for 21 so far. Fast one into the body. Got it to nip in as well. Onto the thigh pad of Matani. My chief broadcaster and expert commentator next to me, Ashwin Takania, today, suggesting it's skidding on with the drizzle out there, and that's why he's the brains. I'm just the talky man. Yeah, just noticing Gary bowling off about 23 yards at the moment. Front foot right at the stumps. Just changing up the length here and there. Pulled away this time, back with a square. Nobody there. 4 runs. Montani continues 72-run partnership now. And just one boundary away from bringing up the three-figure mark. And 3 balls left. They've been going at 10 since the 4th over. A bit more drizzle coming as well. It's brightening up out there, but the drizzle getting a little bit heavier. You can see it clearly now. It's going to be one of those games, late May game in Hong Kong. Drizzle is about the best result we can ask for. Tomorrow, a big grand final for Grade 1. Looks a little precarious weather-wise. Hong Kong Observatory saying it's going to be wet. We'll see how we go. Another good one skidding into the body of Kavatka this time. .97 was the score that the first wicket fell yesterday for the Nepal Rhinos. The Titans lost one much earlier, but are still 97 for 1, 98 for 1 now. Gaz is going to have to re-bowl the final delivery to get us to the halfway mark. Oh, good Yorker length, inside edge through square, squirts it out. They'll take the single, move to 99. And there we are, we're at the halfway mark. 10 overs done, 10 remain. Sunlawn Titans 99 for 1, going at 9.9. Sanka into the attack for the first time today. Deep cover point, backward square and forward square. And wideish long on. Who's in play right now? Pretty much goes straight to Davey out there. Takes the single and brings the 100 up for the Sunlawn Titans. The dugout right below our broadcast area. And watching on can see the scoreboard lights up. Sunlawn Titans 100 runs in 36 minutes. Calls a catch it. There is somebody out in the deep. And his slippery ball's been put down again. Tough chances. Going begging. That's even almost 24-yard delivery there from Sanka, and it's dispatched for 4. Kvatka, he's on half-century watch. He's one boundary away. He's already got 7 4s and 2 6s, so the odds are high that he could bring up half-century. The boundary, they've moved the forward square even more further forward towards mid-wicket now to cover that region. Bit of ball chasing, slower ball, and dot ball. Good delivery from Sanka. And we said it was going to happen, and he's going to do it with a big one. Backward a square, 6 for Suveg Kavatka. 53 off 28 deliveries, 7 4s, and this one, his 3rd maximum. Does his half-century in style. That's how we like it on KCC Morning Broadcast. Bang. Thank you very much. They had the player there. All he was a spectator. 12 runs coming from the 11th. Oh, it's all the ones. Look at that. Sunlawn Titans 1-1-1 for 1 off 1-1. Very nice. All the ones. Okay. Gaz going to bowl out here. None for 28 so far for Girish Nair. Bowling-wise for Chingy Smashers, leading wicket takers Venkatesh Davy. Anant Sangari is 7 wickets in second place. He's not playing today. Vivek Arya with 5. Uttaman, who opened the bowling, has 5 as well. Girish, the man bowling right now, 4 wickets this season. He had to trouble the wicket column today. Saxena not playing today. Dar not playing today. Hazaifa not playing today. That one's pulled backward of square. They do have protection. Didn't get all of it there, Yogi, so you'll take the single. Ashutosh Singh, who is playing and hasn't bowled yet as far as I can remember. And Krishna Kumar also not playing today, so a little lacking in the bowling stakes. Davey will have to come back in and see if he can break this partnership at some point. Cut away in the air, one bounce, slippery outfield, falls over but does well, puts the body behind and makes sure that stays just to the single. I always talk about platforms being set. This is a very good platform, 114 for 1, 90-run partnership now. Kavatka's already got his half century. Can Yogi Matani join him? He's on 40. Swinging hard, picks the gap between backward and forward square for 4. One bounce over the ropes. He'll move to 44. That's his 7th 4. No maximum so far for Yogi. Hasn't needed to. 2 fielders there waiting for that one, so he just goes straight through square. Takes them both out of the equation. Back live. The soft hands through point. Cover point comes in. Vivek Arya. Little fumble, but still just the 1 run. Moves to 45, Matani. Partnership moves to 95. Two balls left of Gary's spell. Goes the shorter one. That's cut away to extra cover. Gandhi, the captain, picks up and throws. They'll take the 1. Keeping the runs ticking over this over. 9 off it so far. 1 ball remaining. They've been right on track with that 10 runs per over. So Sunlawn Titans would be pretty upset if they don't get to the 200 mark here. That's cut away backward a point and takes the cover point out with a bit of backspin down to the boundary cafe. Picks up the 4, picks up the 100 partnership between Kavatka and Matani. 100 runs off 58 deliveries. 13 4s in it, this one as well, plus 3 maximums. What a strike rate this partnership has been. Pop up on the screen shortly, and Yogi and Suveg will realise what the dugout was cheering about. There it is. 32-minute, 100-run partnership between Yogi and Suveg. Sanka to bowl a second. Run rate now 10.33. It's going to start with a very wide one. Haven't been too bad with the extras, Chingy Smashers. It's just these two have been scoring at will. Might just have kept that one inside the tram lines. Might have just got the benefit of the doubt, to be honest, but you'll get the dot. I had no idea where that one went, but I think it went out onto the offside there for a little dab run single. Matani on strike on 49. Not quite as quick as Kavatka, but pretty close. Both of these going at a very good strike rate. Kavatka 175. Matani looking to trying to bring up his half century with a big one as well. Misses it all. Fresh airy. So as far as overs have gone this innings, this one's pretty good from Sunker, even with that early extra. This time gets all of it. That's the way to bring up your half century. Yoga Matani crunches it through extra cover with his 9th 4 of the innings. He's got a half century, 53 off 36. $106-run partnership, both getting a half century now. Second wicket. Been devastating for the Sunlawn Titans. One of our wonderful KCC Morning League captains has dropped into the chat. Vikyat Kapoor on the YouTube. If you're watching on, feel free to drop in and have a chat. Vikyat saying Sunlawn, very strong partnership and solid platform. Should be aiming for 220. Hard to disagree with you, Vikyat. I think you're right on the money, Vicky. 220 from here. Good chance. Slower delivery and good delivery. Good way to finish off the over. Goes with a dot. And after 13, the Sunlawn Titans 131 for 1. Gary's bowled out, so we'll see a change in bowling. Are they bringing Venkatesh back? It looks like they are. They have to pull the trigger on their number 1 wicket taker this season. So they've only got the 2 overs left for Davey. So if he bowls the 14th, do they save him for the 20th? They try to bowl him out. If he gets a wicket here, perhaps have to keep bowling him, trying to grind through the top and middle order of the Sunlawn Titans. Go back to the KCC Match Centre. I'll have a look at what the top scores were this season for these teams. Tsing scored a 259 back on the 15th of May while I was in Thailand. That's an insane score. That's surely the highest score in Grade 2 this season. Was that a Khawaja, was it? Oh, missed stumping opportunity. Sachin got a little bit excited there. Closed the gloves on the ball. It happens. Sunlawn Titans have scored a 212 against the HSBC Life. Chased down a 194 against Green Inc. So both teams can bat. Chingy scored a 233 against Standard Chartered as well. So you can't, whatever score the Sunlawn Titans put on, you cannot discount the Chingy Smashers. That day they scored 259. Bhupinder Singh with an 83. Naveed Khawaja 52. Venkatesh Davey 80. Oh, winds up on that one. We'll go straight out to long on for a single. And Vivek Arya with a 29. Not bad. They were playing the Sky Warriors Incredibles. The Sky Warriors Incredibles bowled 5 extras, 1 by and 4 wides in a score of 259. That's some serious bat on ball. Another quick single. Davey doing what he does, slowing things down here. He'd like to find a wicket though. No ball. Costly. Okay, free hit for Yogi. Winds up on it out towards Vivek Arya at cover point in the deep. So they'll just take the one. And 1 ball left. More runs out into the deep, but only singles. This is a good result. Anant's in the comments as well on YouTube. Good morning to you, Anant. How come you're not playing? Not available today. He's watching on his Tsing smashes, hoping for a win. As he says, good show by the Titans so far. It's not over for the Smashers, though. And I 100% agree, Anant. That batting lineup that your team has, even with you unavailable today. Totally agree. I'm agreeing with everybody in the comments today. I'm a very agreeable man on a Wednesday morning. Uderman back into the attack. Over number 15, 3 overs. He'll bowl out after this one. He's the only wicket taker so far. 3 overs, 1 for 31. That run rate's just slowed down a touch, under 10, but I suppose a bit of fatigue. These two out there, 71 ball partnership. That's skied up in the air, but there's nobody at mid-on. Davey can't get there from mid-off, so in the end, they're going to push back for a cheeky 2. Protecting the boundary, so lack of mid-on there, costing a wicket. Miss-hit from Kavatka. As I said, and a bit of fatigue creeping in. Been out there a long time, both of them. Early wicket falling. This time, just they're going to have to run here. One of them, Yogi's got to go. Throw a bit high from Davey. Letting Matani get through safely. Oh, Anant's given the answer. He's resting today to allow an extra batter, which it looks like definitely the Tsing Smashers are going to need. They're going to need the smashing from Tsing today. Straight to Gandhi, this one. Again, tip and run. Field set back, and no one backing up will allow a second. Gary having to come off the boundary. He'll be down here shortly, says Anant, so that's good to see. Supporting the team. It's going to be a fabulous second innings. Big scoring teams, both of them. Over the top of middle and leg that one. Good one from Vaishak. I guess there's some decisions to be made by the Sunlawn Titans captain, Kunal Somtani. If a wicket was to fall, do they send out a pinch hitter or do they stay with their designated batting lineup? Such a platform set. Send out someone to go smash a 20 off 10 or 6. Go big early. Go home. And at the moment, unrequired because these two are putting on the runs nicely. That's nice and straight. Good piece of fielding from long on, though. You can see the ball being, it's a wild throw in, but it's right underneath our camera. So that's the end of 15. 5 overs remain. 6 off that over. Sunlawn Titans 144 for 1. Davey going to bowl out here, so no death over for Venkat as the drizzle continues. It's just a mist. It's been an irritating mist. I walked down to the ground at 6 a.m. and was just spitting. And it's still just spitting. It's good to see players and other teams' players. I saw Susan Shrestha, who wasn't available yesterday, in the comments as well earlier from the Nepal Rhinos. All the morning league players eagerly watching on, whether they're grade 1 or grade 2, part of the teams that have played or playing. It's that sort of community. It's been a fabulous 2024-25 KCC Morning League season. I've been proud to be a part of it. I'm glad we're broadcasting every game live. The commentary as well. Beauty of the commentary is you can always hit the mute button when I start annoying you. Davey to continue. And pushes that one to Gandhi at extra cover. Again, takes the easy single. It has slowed down a touch here, though. The 14th over going for 7. The 15th going for 6. as they've brought back their strike bowlers. But with Vaishak bowled out and Davey to bowl out in 4 deliveries after this one, there'll be some decisions to be made by Captain Gandhi. Oh, they're going to run on the arm here as the throw goes down to the keeper. That is good running. Gets a round of applause from the Sunlawn Titans dugout. A little bit of home team advantage for the Sunlawn Titans, perhaps, being made up of KCC players. Oh, waits on that one in the air, straight down the throat of Girish, and the catch is taken. The big partnership, 123-run partnership, comes to an end. Kavatka holds out for 64. Sunlawn Titans lose their second on 147. Finally got one to hole out here. Chingy smashes. The captain coming to the crease at number 4. Kunal Samtani to join Yogi Matani. Great catch by Gary. A few had gone down, but he made sure that one was chest high, hands up. Made no mistake in the greasy conditions. A fine knock. 64 runs for Kavatka, but he departs. And now a new batter at the crease. Davey finally gets into the wickets. Can't keep him out of it. Leading wicket taker for Chingy smashes this year and does it again. Nine wickets now for the season. But he's only got 3 balls left of this game. Oh, they're going to chance this one. It's going to be very close. Oh, the throw was just a bit wide from Gandhi. Allows Yogi. Allows Kunal to get his first runs off the bat. A little risky. It rotates it straight back to Matani on 61. Big floater from Davey there. And 2 wide. So he's got 2 balls left to see if he can pick up his 10th wicket of the season here. Venkat puts it right on the toes and crunched out to long on for a single. Let's go, boys. 150 up with that single as well. Gives himself some room. Samtani, and it's going to be a dot to finish off with. So Davies bowled out, 4 overs, 1 for 37. 4 overs remain. The Titans 150 for 2. Looks like we have to change the ball here. Probably got a little bit damp and maybe out of shape. Umpire Imran Arif has got himself a fresh set of balls there and throws one back to Vivek. Umpire Atif Hussain doing the officiating. And more drizzle. Just as it looked like it was clearing up, all of a sudden it's got a bit wet again. And this is skied up in the air, a chance running in. Vaishak gets underneath it, takes the catch, and that's the end of Matani. He's out for 62 as the Sunlawn Titans lose their third on 150. Very well judged catch there by Udaman. Running in from long off, skied up in the air, said it's drizzly, it's greasy. And Vivek Arya gets the breakthrough with his very first delivery of his third over. The top three back in the sheds. The captain is going to be joined by Malhar Vora coming in at number 5. Talk about the pinch hitters. He can definitely come out here and smack 20 or 30 very quickly. I was yelling and screaming. What did Yogi get out for there? Asking Ashwin. Let me go back and have a look on the scorecard. I feel like it was 62 or something. Very similar. 62 for Yogi and a 64 for Kavatka. Really getting the job done. Mookie was looking good on third until he was out on 13. But now two brand new batters. 3.5 overs remaining. 200 looked definitely on the cards for a long time. And with this big Tsing Smashers batting lineup, you'd think 200 almost be a necessity. Starts hard, starts strong. That's going to be 4. 2 bounces into the training sheds. Down near the little red tractor. Malhar doing what he does best. Smashing it through extra cover. Takes the single out to deep mid wicket. Now Kunal Samtani plays and misses that one. And again, good bowling from Vivek. This time waits on it, but punches it straight to backward point. So it'll be 3 dots. Finish it off. A successful over for the Tsing Smashers. Sunlawn Titans 155 for 3. Sanka to bowl over number 18. 2 overs, none for 19 so far. Malhar back on strike, 5 off 2. What does he do? Does he take a few sighters from Sanka, or does he start smashing? Deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and a deep cover point. He's going to get... Well, that was inside the trams. That was a good decision by umpire Atif. He was in broadcast yesterday. Now we've put him out there in the middle. Raining, so make him go work out there outside. Nice and dry in the swimming pool pavilion. Oh, that's a chance gone begging there. Straight through the midst of Sanka. Slippery ball. Said it all morning. Malhar gets a life on 5. And always wait and see. Keep a count and see how costly that might be. Semi-final, all to play for. Also bowling off 23.5 yards. Tsing Smashers, not a team that likes putting that front foot anywhere near the line, even though they have bowled a couple of no balls. Keep an eye on that front foot. Doesn't even cross the back line. But it's working for Sanka. Dot 1, dot. Samtani getting pinned down here with 6 dot balls after that first single. Fine runs this time, backward of point. Work to do for the deep cover, who has to stop it with the boot. So, again, stop with the boot, run on the arm, get back for 2. And break the string of dots for Samtani. Slower one. Good one. Just threw it out of the wrists and tidy over. Just the 3 runs coming from the 18th. Good fight back here by the Tsing Smashers when 200 plus looks like on the cards. Where can they get to now? At the current run rate, the Sunlawn Titans will get to 176, but the previous 3-4 overs hasn't been going at 8.78, so could be less than that. I would have thought minimum 180 necessary today. Good bowling lineup, of course, for the Sunlawn Titans as well. It's going to be a cracking second semi-final. Lots of big hitting. Lots of good bowling. Malha to face Vivek. Final over for Arya. And pulls that one out through deep mid-wicket. Again, just for 1. Not quite out of the middle. And good one. Got that to turn. Got a little bit of grip and rip there, Vivek. Pitching it on off and middle and turning it away outside off. So charges, takes the spin out of it. Doesn't really get much of it, Samtani. And they'll only get 3 for 1. Oh, in the slot, given the treatment. Has it got enough on it? It hadn't. Four runs as it fell through the hands of Sanka out at long on. Another life. Got a life on 5, got a life on 7. How many lives does Malha have? Well, that's skied up in the air as well. It's going to fall short of Sanka this time. And gets back for 2. No chance that time, unless there was a mid-on in place. There was not, therefore it was not a chance. But it was a miss-hit from Vora. He's taking full advantage. Tick under strike rate of 200, 13 off 7. And again, swings hard, uses the wrists. Gets stopped out in the deep with the boot by Vaishak. End of the over. 9 coming from the penultimate. 6 legal deliveries remain. Sunlawn Titans 167 for 3. Sanka gets the death over for the Tsing Smashers. Vora will be on strike. 14 off 8. 2 chances gone down already. I told you he could score a quick fire 20. He's on target to do it as well. Hasn't even really found the middle apart from that first boundary. So it'll be Sanka. None for 22 off 3 to bowl the last 6 deliveries and get us to the halfway mark of this second semi-final of Grade 2. And times that one nicely. He's going to get 4 to start with as it goes straight down to the scoreboard. 18 off 9. I said he could do a 20 off 10 and he's right on target to do it. This one put exactly where he likes it. Just as that first delivery he faced and he smashed it through extra cover, he does it again. This is where you can't bowl to Vora. Perhaps not as strong on the leg side. Now they've filled the gap. Captain Gandhi's gone to extra cover out near the training sheds. So nobody forward of point inside the circle. And this one's going through. Pick the gap through cover this time. Back-to-back 4s. Vora with a 22 off 10. Making them pay for the free lives. 4th 4 in 10 deliveries faced. So Gandhi moves further around towards cover. Udaman at long off, is being wide, trying to cover some gap towards the scoreboard as well. Floater, bowled him, straight through the gate. Cameo comes to an end. Vora departs for 22. Sunker gets his first. Sunlawn Titans 175 for 4. Siddharth Jain coming to the crease at number 6. He's got 3 deliveries left to face. Can he also do a little bit of a Vora cameo here? Here we go. He gets the faster one to start with. They push out wide through cow corner. Run on the arm of Vivek Arya here and just get back in time. Milliseconds. Good throw in. Good arm always in the deep from Vivek. Good running to start off with. Jain gets a double to start. 2 balls left. So Sunker got the wicket with that slower floater. That one's not a slower floater. Oh, and it's picked up round the corner. That's a brilliant catch. Backward square. We'll get the name on whoever took that one because that was flying. It was low. It was a great catch. Jain departs. 1 ball remaining in the innings. Okay, Kananasuri to face the final delivery. Not to the 180 mark that I thought the Sunlawn Titans needed to as a minimum. But a boundary here will get them there. What it's going to be is a beautiful dot ball to finish off with. And with that, the players are heading off. The first innings is done. Sunlawn Titans 177 for 5 on the back of a massive century-plus partnership between Kavatka and Yogi Matani. We'll have a look at the batting and bowling cards before we go into the innings break. And it's dominated by 2 players. A 64 for the opener, Sylveg Kavatka, and a 62 for number 3, Yogi Matani. Quickfire cameo from Malhar Vora of 22. 10 extras getting them up to 177. The bowling card for the Chingy Smashers. 2 wickets for Sunker in the end, and singles for Vivek Arya, Venkatesh Devi and Vaishak Udaman, who also took a very nice catch out in the deep. So in the innings break here at Kowloon Cricket Club, it's the second semi-final of Grade 2 of the Kowloon Cricket Club Morning League. We'll take a quick innings break and we'll be back with the Chingy Smashers needing 178 for victory. Join us then. Innings break done here in second semi-final of the KCC Morning League Grade 2. Siddharth Jain to open the bowling. Bhupinder Singh on strike for the Tsing Smashers with Vivek Arya on the non-strikers. And straight away, that's gone through the gate. First delivery. The big hitting Bhupinder Singh is out for a golden duck. First ball gone. What a start for the Sunlawn Titans as the drizzle continues. We've heard reports of lots of rain around the ground. DLS may well come in as a factor. Wow, couldn't start any better, defending 177 against the big hitting Smashers and getting one of their big Smashers out early, and that's the problem with the ever-present threat of rain. The thoughts of having to go quickly, the DLS coming into effect, and now all of a sudden, if we can get 5 overs in, DLS has moved from 34 to 38, I believe, after the wicket has fallen. Yeah, I am correct. So, still got to get 4.5 more overs in to make a legal game here, as the very big hitting Naveed Khawaja comes to the crease as early as he possibly could, batting number 3. Siddharth Jain, just the old you miss, I hit. Here we go. This time, there's a bottom hand in that. It pops up over the top of Vora's head. Mantani chasing it down, slides into the training nets. Can't stop it. First boundary to Khawaja, and the Tsing Smashers getting their run chase underway. It was not a chance, but certainly a lot of bottom hand there. Flicked it up over the top of extra cover. Plenty on it. Back live as the drizzle eases up a touch. This time onto the leg side. Got coverage of Kanan Asuri out deep mid wicket. He comes into the circle. Keeps it to 1. Now for the left-handed Vivek Arya, everybody shuffles around. Vora goes back to deep mid-wicket. Asuri comes in from the right-handed deep mid-wicket to go to cover. Actually, Vora's come this side. I'm sure he's out in deep mid-wicket, but whoever it is in the action immediately. Does well, picks up. Is it Nishal out there? I think it is. Left-right combos, everybody running in and out. At least it'll keep the players warm in the drizzle. Not a warm day today. Not cold. It's May, but it's not the usual blistering 30 degrees and 70% humidity already. Goes hard. A bit of a spinning skidder there. Six runs on a wicket so far. Final delivery. And just defended by Khawaja. Finish off an interesting over. Tsing Smashers 6 for 1 after 1. Need another 172. Malhar Vora to bowl over number 2. And Vivek Arya back on strike. Just the single off 1 delivery so far for Vivek. We ran through the batting list for the run scorers off the KCC match centre earlier. We'll do it again. Naveed Khawaja, top scorer, 248 so far this season, with a top scorer 125. Venkatesh Davy, 193, yet to come out to bat as the drizzle gets heavier again. Vora round the wicket to the left-hander and starts just inside the trams. Going to see the ball skid on, especially with the wrist spinners in the drizzle on the AstroTurf. Not the best conditions to be chasing a decent score here. But certainly the firepower. Chops up in the air though, and again the wet ball comes into play as the catch is put down. Vivek Arya getting a life on 1. Sort of a fly gully position. Tough chance. Put down. I was talking to Naveed Khawaja, who's on strike actually at the innings break. We're talking about how any of the balls that are overhead height trying to catch is so greasy. And showing again. Oh, that's nicely played through cow corner. No worries about anyone having to catch that over the top of the head. As that one stays along the ground and skids on through cow corner for 4. Another boundary to Khawaja. But yes, very tricky conditions out there for the Grade 2 second semi-final. Anything that's chest height, you can get the body behind it and wrap the hands around it. But as soon as it gets above shoulder height, it tends to just break on through the hands, especially if you're hitting hard like that. That's massive. It's not going to be 6. It's just going to be 1 bounce inside for 4. Longest boundary, though. Anywhere else, that was going to be 6. 3 4s in his 12 now for Khawaja, doing what he does. We talked about Khawaja's now got over 250 runs in the competition. Venkatesh Davy with 193 yet to bat in the third. Highest scorer, Vivek Arya at the non-strikers end. He's got a top score of 46, but makes runs every time he bats. What's happened on that one? A big, thick top edge through second, third slip for 4. Finding boundaries everywhere here. Khawaja. Gave himself some room, used the wrists. Low on the bat. Back live. Swinging hard this time up in the air. Up and over the top. Straight over the top of the long iron's head. First maximum of the day. Massive over comes to an end. 19 runs coming from the second. The Tsing smashes 25 for 1. Needing another 153 at 8.5. This was big. He's hit a couple big ones this over. One went for 4, but that one there, just watched it sail over his head at long on. Sid Jain to bowl a second. Arya on the pads. That's awfully close. Awfully close. Umpire Imran Arif unmoved. Back live. And doesn't matter, the LBW doesn't come into play because he goes straight through. Castled. Arya departs for 2. The second wicket falls for the Tsing. Smashes on 25. Sid Jain has 2. Wow, what a spell this has been. A little inside edge, or did it shape back in? He got it to shape back in the last ball. Either way, onto the off stump. Arya departs cheaply. Second wicket down. Both openers back in the dugouts for the Tsing Smashers. All of a sudden the drizzle's cleared up as well. Venkatesh Davy, the second highest run scorer. Actually, I'm not sure that is Venkatesh. Let me get confirmation. I don't think that is Venkat. It's not Venkatesh. We think it's Ashutosh out there. Ashutosh Tsing. So, no sign of Venkat yet. Ashutosh Singh's been in the runs as well. Fifth highest scorer, 124. That's a top score of 43 not out. Got a job to do today out there. Starts driving nicely. He's going to start with an extra cover for... That's beautifully played. Even though the runs are continuing, it's tight on DLS. End of this over. Chingy with 2 wickets down need to be 33. They're on 29 with 2 balls left. Oh, now they're on 33. So they've got their DLS par score already. Back-to-back extra cover drives for Ashutosh. He's flying. This is another beautiful. Keeps it along the ground. Picks the gap. Siddharth Jain just a little wide to Ashutosh. He's got 2 on the stumps and got the wickets. What does he do this time? This time straying a little bit onto the leg stump. Can't find the run though. Good fielding. Backwards square. End of the over. Another successful one for Siddharth Jain and the Sunlawn Titans after 3. Chingy smashes bang on the DLSR par score of 33. They're 33 for 2. Vinay Advani to bowl over number 4 for the Sunlawn Titans. Deep mid-wicket, deep cover in place for Khawaja against Vani. Now that deep cover has become deep extra cover. Vora at extra cover inside the circles, pushed around to cover. A full one down leg. Got a little bit on that one, so it'll be a dot. Missed out there, Khawaja. Got a bit, but just not enough. Good keeping. Chasing that one, following it, especially with the bit of bat on it by Kavatka with the gloves on today. Did it with the bat, now doing it with the gloves. Shorter one. Too wide though. Full, pops it up. Oh, it's timed it beautifully. Nishal can't cut that one off. 4 more for Khawaja as he races to 27. Strike rate at 270. Okay, cut away. 4 more for Khawaja. It's becoming a procession. He's 31 off 11. He's faced 11 deliveries. 7 of them have gone to the boundary. 6 fours and a maximum. He's not given any chances. I remember somebody telling me earlier this year that Khawaja's scored a double century in a T20 match before at PKVR. Slightly different ground than KCC. As that's cut away, it's going to be 4 as well. I don't think they're going to cut that one off. Will they? A dive in the field. Might have stopped it. No. Hat-trick of fours. As the runs continue to flow, Tsing smashes smashing, as they do, even with 2 wickets down. Just firepower after firepower. This is the wicket that the Sunlawn Titans desperately need to get. Khawaja stays out there, scores a century. Smashes are going through to the final. Full. Scooped up in the air. This could be a chance. And it's been put down. I said he hadn't given many chances, but that time a tough chance by Siddharth Jain goes down. And unfortunately for him, it was right there on camera. Yeah, had to run a long way around. And skied up in the air. They get the single. Now Ashutosh to face the final delivery of the 4th, which will need to be re-bowled. It's been a big over for the Smashers. 15 off it so far. Not the biggest, of course. There was 19 off the second over from Vora. But depending on what happens with this delivery, it could well be the biggest of the innings so far. Head-on comparison as well, runs-wise, by quite a bit. At the moment, the Smashers. Ashutosh wants a single. Khawaja wants nothing to do with it. So they'll finish off the over. 15 runs coming from the 4th. The Tsing Smashers 48 for 2. Six more deliveries to make this a legal second semi-final, meaning we will get a result. And it looks like we should. No drizzle from my side. I can't see anything out there. Siddharth Jain to bowl at 3rd. Has to. He needs to get this wicket. Khawaja on strike. Goes aerial up over the infield again. Matani chasing it down. We'll cut it off inside the ropes this time. They'll come back for a gentle 2. $50 runs up for the Tsing Smashers in quick time. Faster than even the Titans did. This time again, this won't be cut off. I don't believe so. Dirard not going to cut that one off. 4 runs. Times that one better. Just the timing on this one. Of course, we're in the power play, so you can just use the bottom hand. Change in field now. Mukik going back to long on, which means no extra cover in place out in the deep. This time, I think Kavatka might have convinced umpire Hussain not to give that one wide by the appeal. Lots of appealing, was too busy focusing on that. I think that one was through the trams. As it is, it's in the books as a dot. Already 10 runs ahead of the DLS par here at the moment. And again, through the extra cover, they brought them inside. Oh, that's a 6. That's a massive, massive drive that's landed on top of the shipping containers and kicked on through. Might need a replacement one there because they might have kicked on into Cox's Road Playground. That was big. I'm not sure I've seen an extra cover drive that's landed on top of those training nets because that's a big, long boundary. Seen them go over the top of the training nets, but not the training sheds. It's even Siddharth Jain's copying the treatment, the Khawaja treatment now. If Khawaja stays out there for 3 or 4 more overs, I might not have any voice left. Well, good comeback delivery. Just inside the tram. But the damage is done already, 12 off the over. Still one ball left to get us to that legal status. And then one of these two teams on merit will go through rather than on position on the table. It's a good quick delivery. It'll be a dot. So 12 runs coming from the fifth. Tsing smashes 60 for 2. If we go the full 20, they've got the run rate required under 8 now. 118 runs required in the final 15. One ball left of the power play. Kananasuri, always in the wickets. We'll go back to the KCC Match Centre. Pull up the bowling stats for the Sunlawn Titans, and the only player for the Titans to get double figures in wickets this season is Kananasuri. 10 wickets so far. In fact, on all teams, he's fourth highest. And he's going to need to do it today. He's been used sparingly throughout the season, but they might have to use all 4 overs from him today. Try to generate a wicket. Ashutosh on strike. He pokes it to point. 2 bounces. Ashwin, is the breeze picking up? Is the breeze picking up? Felt like an air conditioner was blowing into the broadcast area, but we don't have one on. So there's a bit of weather about. I'm looking at the palm trees down near the Kowloon Bowling Club. They're fluttering away as well. Oh, cut nicely. Don't think Nishal can get to that one again, targeting the little red tractor at the training sheds. And Ashutosh picking up his third 4 of the innings. Partnership already up to 39. Going at over 200. 39 off 18. I wonder whether not getting up to that 200 mark that the Titans should have might be the difference of this game. Scooped up in the air. This should be a chance. Vora getting underneath it. Bobbles it, but takes the catch. And Kananasuri strikes in his first. Ashutosh departs for 12. The third wicket falls for the Smashers on 64. Well, that is one of the big wickets, but still more firepower to come. Chingy Smashers have lost 3, but out to the middle. Venkatesh Davy joins Kawaja. 11th wicket for the season for Kananasuri. Gets hit for 4, then gets the breakthrough. Skied up to extra cover. Vora didn't have to move, but the greasy ball even caused him some issues. Saturday, KCC Saracens captain. It slipped through, but he had the body behind it and sort of bobbled onto the chest and then managed to take it again. It's kind of what you have to do in these conditions. Suri comes in to Venkat. Gives him the Yorker to start with. Well played. Very well played, because I'd have to say, let's say about 97% of KCC Morning League Grade 2 batters might have been dismissed on that one. And fast from Asuri, Yorker length, but Davey, one of those 3% up to the challenge. Shorter this time and too wide this time, as umpire Atif Hussain does some exercises. Two balls left of the power play. Smashes. Well, the comparison, I'm going to get Ashwin to put up the worm at the end of the power play, and it's getting very tight. guided straight to the fly gully. No run available. That's not going to get cut off by the fly gully though. Go through the slip cordon instead. Almost carried for 6, but he gets a 4 to get off the mark. Power play done. Tsing smashes 69 for 3. Comparison at the same time. Titans was 62 for 1. So it's tight. DLS 57. So they're ahead on that. They're down on wickets, but they're up on runs. As we see a replay of that 4 through the slip cordon to finish off the over. 9 runs and a wicket coming in the 6th. It was very wide from Masuri. Looks like Nishal Savalani to bowl over number 7. There it is, Nishal. And Nishal's been in the wickets this year as well. He had a game that I called before I went to Thailand that I think took multiple wickets and was player of the match in. He's got 6 wickets this season. Got 3 or 4 in that game by memory. He needs to find a wicket. He needs to find this wicket. As he's cutting away hard, not even bothering to run. Either it's a misfield or a dot. It's going to be a 4 because it was a misfield out in the deep. And the 50 up for Naveed Khawaja. 52 off 21. That's his 9th 4 to go with 2 maximums. And he's going to pick up more runs here. Big one all the way. Gets a 4 to bring up his half century, then hits a 6, moves to 58. Short boundary. Those that can target it regularly. Easy 6 if it's dragged down leg. Initial with the left arm around the wicket. Just puts it down the leg side. It would have been a wide. Back live. And a better line this time. What's that strike rate up to for Khawaja? 252. Pretty handy, number 3. But good comeback balls here from Nishal. Getting it to turn in a little bit. But once again, the damage is done. 10 runs already with a ball remaining. We know that the runs slowed up for the Titans in the second half. Punches that one to cover and Vorha cuts it off. Takes the 1. Retained strike. 11 runs coming from the 7th. Smashes 80 for 3. Need another 98. Got the runs required under 100 now. 98 at 7.54. Kanasuri. Count of the air taken. Yes. Got to be. Did that fall just short? Oh, that was awfully close to getting that massive wicket. Is it Yogi there? Or is it Kunal? It's the captain, actually. Kunal Samtani, backward point. And he's just picked that up in the half volley. Lots of fortune there for Khawaja. He survives. And then Asuri goes and yeets one down leg. Well, could have that been the turning point for the Titans? Matter of millimetres, as it is. It's in the books as a dot. He's not given up too many chances. Well, he's not going to give up that one, though. He has to depart this time. Merrill with the catch at backward square. The second time a catch has been taken in that region. And Kananasuri, the destroyer, gets his second. Khawaja departs for 59. Chingy smashes 81 for 4. Titans back in this game. Looks like Sani coming to the crease at number 6. Right, now game on in this second semi-final. Zasuri fires one past the outside edge. 12 wickets in the tournament. Gets one more, he'll be top of the table with Sujit Limbu from the Hong Kong Nepalese Cricket Association in grade 2. Sujit, was he in the wickets yesterday? I think he might have been. Yes, he was. I think he got 4 for. Got him up to 13. It's going to be a dot as things tighten up for the Tingy Smashers. A bouncer. Bit of chin music. Kanan's fired up. Apart from the extra, where he yeeted it down the leg side, Kananasuri would be on target for a wicket maiden here. Well, they're going to find run off the bat. No, they're not. As Venkatesh says, I need to take control here. I will be on strike next over. Save your legs. Just the extra and a wicket coming in the 8th. Chingy smashes 81 for 4. Man that took the catch. Mera to bowl over number 9, it looks like, at least. He's taking the cap off now. Here we go. Mera to Davey. The floating, slow, looping bowling that is Mera. It's hard to score runs off. What's Tushar Mera done this season in the bowling? He's got 6 wickets. He just seems to generate a wicket. Not going to be a wicket there. Again, little red tractor getting peppered down near the training sheds through extra cover. You almost just have to put somebody there all day because that's just where the 4s and 6s have been going. Using the wrists too far outside off. Back live. And pulls the length back this time nicely. Over pitch this time, and Davey gives it the treatment and smashes it into our camera. Look at that. Wobble, wobble, wobble. Yeah, that one was straight, but it was very, very straight and it was very, very big. Over pitched, and Venkat says thank you. Back live. Full again. Oh, almost chopped it onto the stumps. Not scared to go full here, Tushar. One ball left at the 9th. Runs continuing to flow. Davey, the last of their big batting names. And it's a dot. Misses out. End of the over. It will be 10 off at 9 done. Chingy smashes 91 for 4. Same time. Sunlawn Titans were 92 for 1. But we know how fast they started. Tapered off a touch. Getting the 100 up in 10 overs. And then only 70 odd in the second 10. Kowloon Cricket, well, you can't take him out of the attack. He's been the giant slayer today. He's bowled 2 overs, 2 for 10. Needs to do it again. See if he can't find another wicket this over. Saina on strike, yet to get off the mark. Might be the one to attack with Davey stuck down the non-striker's end. He wants a run, but Asuri onto it quickly on the leg side. Another dot. I'll ask Ashwin Dakania in charge of broadcast today. Can the Sunlawn Titans defend this dotted out, or do they need to bowl Chingy out? What's your opinion there?
They can, considering they got Khwaja, who has been scoring.
Okay, so I'll let you know. Ashwin's saying that he thinks that they can dot this out. They don't need to bowl Chingy out because Khawaja is gone. I think as long as Davy's still out there, the dangerous Davy, Chingy can still do this. So I think they need to at least take another 3 or 4 wickets here. Sunlawn Titans. Cut away to Samtani. This should be a run out. Direct hit was gone for all money. And then they're going to get one on the overthrow. Jane has to come all the way in. And again, an appeal, but safely home. Well, a comedy of errors. The captain had one stump to aim at. Couldn't get the direct hit. And now, a good result. Because it brings Venkatesh back on strike. And it's going to be a dot. Cuts away straight to Vora at extra cover. Only a single again. Not a bad result, though, for the Smashers, because Kowloon only has 8 legal deliveries left. Can he find a wicket? Saina back on strike. Saini, I should say. Well, he might. This is skied up in the air, going out into the deep. Nishal gets underneath it. It goes through the hands, onto the knee. Another chance goes begging. Kowloon could have had 3. Tsing gets a life on 1. Had to make a lot of ground to his left. Had the hands there, but it went straight through, as we've seen numerous times today with the greasy ball. And Venkat back on strike. Work to do. Athramani comes around to his right, keeps it to 1. Venkatat will retain strike. Asuri misses out and his third. 5 runs coming from it. The smash is 96 for 4. Halfway there, 10 overs done, 10 remain. 82 required at 8.2. Mahavora, who was awfully expensive in his first over, going for 19. Different batters on strike, so gets a chance as the umpires switch. Umpire Imran Arif comes to officiate the next 5 overs from the Kowloon Bowling Club end. Venkat, 12 off 9. No, that's the partnership. He's 16 off 12. Vora starts with a good one. 8.2 per over. Shouldn't be a problem for the Smashers. Be a matter of partnerships and not losing wickets here. Oh, and Venkat right on the line there. Kavatka's like, you want to lift that foot up again for me? And this is tidy from Vora into his second. And drops this one short though. Almost a wicket keeper killer, that one. Kavatka almost lost his head. Tell you what, Vora got away with that one though. Venkat should have put that one back with a square for 6. As it is, it's a single. And the man who got a life last over, Saini on strike on 2. He wants the single through point. Somtani's onto it quickly. Already had that mix up last over. The more balls he's sitting out there, Sonny, more chance getting his eye in. He'll start to find the runs. There's a big gap out through cover. Only the deep cover in place. Scoops that one out though. A chance in the deep. Another one right on the hands. He's trodden on the line. I think it's got to be 6. He took the catch. Mukti down there, but he took the catch with the back foot landing straight onto the rope. Well, a matter of millimetres this game at times, and Malhar thought he had the wicket and then all of a sudden looked up and found out it's going to be 6. Unfortunate, but good for Saini. His first boundary, making the Titans pay, and the 100 run comes up. 100 runs come up with that maximum as well. And then Malhar goes, eats it down leg. Need to re-bowl. It was a tidy over. Needed the rope to be back about 50 centimetres, and Mookie had that one covered. Just 20 centimetres, Ashwin says. A school ruler's worth could be the matter of this game. That's the end of the over. 8 runs coming from the 11th. Tsing smashes 104 for 4, requiring 74 at 8.22. And looks like the man that was involved in the catch that was on the rope, Mookie, is going to bowl. Diraj to bowl over number 12. He's having quite the day, Diraj. He's dropped one out there at long on. He's taken one and then landed his back foot on the rope. Now he's got the ball in hand. If he could get the big wicket of Venkatesh Davy here, I think all would be forgiven. Nine overs remain. And that's swatted along the ground out to his replacement, Siddharth Jain, now at long on. Pretty much the same field. A deep cover, long off, long on, deep in wicket, deep backward square. Calls of catch. Kananasuri trying to get there. He won't. It's going to be 6. Another big one from Tsing. Cleared the rope a little bit more this time. It's kind of a dangerous area to target, though. I'd say the man with the safest hands out there today. Well, there's a tie between Kananasuri and Vivek Arya. One apiece for each side. That's managed to miss everything somehow. It's a good comeback ball from Diraj. 67 off 51. Tsing not realising yet that Venkat is not going to take a run when you push it to point. Tries again. Is rejected. This time thinks of going forward, then goes back. Too late with the wrist. So good comeback from Diraj after going for a maximum. 3 dots, 1 ball left to the 12th. All the ones at the moment for Tsing. And again, misses out. So it'll be 7 runs coming from the 12th. 111 for 4. Tsing smashes. They need 67 at 8.38. Nishal Savlani to bowl the 13th over. 1 over, none for 11 so far. So keep an eye on that run rate required. 8.38. Last 2 overs, 1 went for 8, 1 went for 7. Davey on strike. He swings hard. Work to do for Martani. He can't cut that off. That is sweetly timed down to the scoreboard. And all straight away. Any pressure on this over, getting the runs, is eased. And it's eased to a wideish long off. They had the long off in place. Matani was there. But just the wrist work from Davey. Back live. And an extra that the Titans can't afford at this stage. As Tsing smashes at the moment seem to have this game covered. Good ball. Gets it to skid on through. Hitting up on the thigh pad. Fuller. And is it going to pick the gap? It's not. Vora's been put out at the little red tractor. Get the 1. Again, I feel like the Titans, if they want to get this game, they can target Tsing. They've already given him a chance. And he's going to find an easy single. Vacant offside. Nishal having to do his own fielding at extra cover. So cruise mode at the moment for Tsing. 37-run partnership between these two. 60 off 44. 6 wickets in hand. If we had the Wasp projector, which we don't, I'd say it'd be well in favour of the Smashers at the moment. No run available there. 7 runs off the over. I said 8.38 was required before this over. They can find a single or 2 here. Keep it on level pegging. Well, that's going to help. That gives them the 8 runs they required this over. And so will that. And the only saving grace there for the Titans is that Davey completely missed out. Could have easily been 6. I say that sounded awfully nice off the bat, and that one is bigger than the Kawaja 6 through extra cover. If you can believe it, it has cleared the training shed. Didn't land on top of it, went over the top of it. Massive, massive 6. He didn't miss out that time, did he? Venkatesh Davey moves to 29, second maximum. Watch this. I'm not sure if you could pick up the sound on my headset, but I've got headphones on, and I could hear how sweetly that came off the middle. Beautiful stroke. Okay, 126 for 4 after 13, just 52 required now. And 7 overs remaining, run rate required down to 7.43. What do the Titans do? Kananasuri's got 1 over left. See, they're behind on the worm, but the worm really flattens out in that last 5 overs from... Put up the baby bowling card, in fact, Ashwin. We'll have a look at what they've got on offer. So, Kananasuri has 1 over left. He's got the 2 big wickets. Jane's only got 1 over left. Before I can even get through running through the options, they are going to pull the trigger, and Kananasuri is going to bowl his final over to try to break this partnership. It's all they can do. I agree with this. Either Siddharth or Kananasuri has to bowl now. And Venkatesh is coming off to get his helmet, which is wise when Kananasuri's bowling. Couldn't find that ball, by the way, so umpire Imran had to go find a replacement. That one's been donated to the back area of the KCC groundskeepers. Okay. I feel like this is the pivotal over. If these 2 out in the middle survive the final Asuri over, then this game is well and truly in favour of the Smashers. Remember, Saini given a life off the bowling of Asuri's 3rd. Oh, we found the ball. Oh, we had to send the big boss over. KCC Morning League boss, Afzal Header, had to go over and find that one. I know why he went and found it, because these balls are expensive. He has to pay for them. So, got the proper ball back. Here we go. 14th over. Asuri to Saini. Calls of catch up in the air. Hathramani getting underneath it. Misjudges it in the end and falls short. Another life to Saini. Coming back for 2. Can't get the run out either. Asuri twice. Oh, 1 short. Oh, it's all going on. So Saini too busy watching what Hathramani was doing and was short. This could be a run out. It's got to be close. It is out. It's causing no end of grief here for our scorers, but now a run out. And it's going to be Saini that is out. Short run. Right, the scoring is updated. Saini departs. A combo of the captain, Samtani, and Asuri. Venkatesh still on strike as Gary goes out to join him. Oh, really fast delivery into the thigh pad again. So he gets put down. but immediately departs. But they another one cutting Davey in half. Another dot. Okay, exactly half a century to go here for the Chingy Smashers. 38 balls, run rate under 8, but 5 wickets down with a silly mix-up. Brings new batter out the crease, but Venkatesh, as I said, if he's still out there, Smashers have got to be a chance, and I think this is quite wise from Davey. He's happy. He just has to survive one more delivery from Kananasuri, and then he's done for the day. They can target the other bowlers. Jane only with one over left as well. Sucking in the big breaths here, Asuri, as he comes in for his final delivery. Goes full, goes skyward, up in the air. Nishal gets underneath it. This time makes no mistake. The massive wicket of Venkatesh Davey as Asuri strikes on his final delivery. Davey departs for 29. Asuri's got 3. Chingy Smashes 128 for 7. It's exactly the same place that Saini was put down, but Nishal makes no mistake. Vital wicket. Still in this game, the Sunlawn Titans. This game isn't done. 6 overs remain. 50 required at 8.33 as the captain. Gandhi goes out to the middle. Gandhi Nathan is what I was trying to spit out. He goes and joins Gary. Girish Nair. Sankara Narayan and Gandhi Nathan out in the middle. Diraj Mookie to bowl over number 15. But Kananasuri's done. He's got a 3 for. 2 new batters. The strike bowler for the Titans done for the day. This one's going to go down to the wire. 177. Now looking maybe enough. As Gary starts with a boundary. The runs don't stop flowing as Diraj drags that one onto the leg stump. 46 required. I'm standing by my statement, Ashwin. I feel like the Titans are going to have to find another 4 wickets here. Well, the Smashers might just get there, though. That could be a wicket. Huge appeal. Imran Arif is not interested. Imran's like, why are you appealing? You can see why they were excited about that appeal. I've just gone back and had a look on YouTube. That's tied up in the air as well, but it's going to go into no man's land. A couple of bounces to Vora. Gary gets a run. 5 off the over. The captain, Gandhi Nathan, on strike now. 2 balls left to the 15th. What can the captain do? Can the captain guide the Smashers home here? Should be wide, is wide. Another extra. Valuable for the Smashers. Wants the tip and run. Gary's coming. And Gandhi will get through in the end as Diraj didn't chase that one down. And they've got their 7 required. 43 off 31 now. 1 ball left. Gary with surviving that big LBW appeal. Back on strike. It's a wideish one. 2 wide. Oh, in the slot. Up and over. Gary gets another one. Maximum this time. Big over comes to an end. 15 done. Tsing smashes 142 for 6. They need 36 in the final 5. Nishal to bowl the 16th. Two overs, none for 26. He needs to bring that econ rate down. Keeps that one inside the trams. Captain Gandhi unable to get bat on ball. Bit of footwork, charges, hits it straight to Vora. He picks up and flicks, but very fast between the wickets. Allows Gandhi to get home safely. 35 off 28. Cut away in the air, one bounce to Advani. Again, good running. As soon as they're getting bat on ball, these two are taking off. It's a tick over a runner ball. Still 7.56. So the dot to start with. They'll have to find a double or a boundary somewhere to keep them on track. Swinging hard out into the deep. Siddharth Jain is at long on. So it will be another single. So pegging it back nicely this over, Savalani. Full. Punched up in the air. Yogi Matani will get this on the first bounce. 4 singles. 1 ball left to the 16th. 32 required off 25. A spot in the final. A spot in grade 1 in 2025-26 up for grabs. This comes off the splice of the bat. Kananasuri whips on in quickly. So it'll be 5 singles coming from the 16th. The Smashers 147 for 6. They need 31 at 7.75 in the final 4. Malhar Vora to bowl the 17th. He started tidily in his second, but still went for 8 runs. Needs to peg that back, a bit like Nishal did. See if we can put just a touch of net run rate pressure on. Only 4 wickets in hand. They can't do anything too silly out here, the Smashers. Gandhi on strike. 4 off 5. Trying to find a single every time he's on strike. And will do here again, out 3 mid-wicket to Asuri. Ricochet off Gandhi's bat. So he won't take any cheeky single. Good sportsmanship, as expected, from a man of his stature. Now Gary. Whips out one back to Vora. Keeps it to a dot. Well, Ashwin, I'm back to feeling you might be right that they could dot this out. 30 off 22 now. Well, that's going to be 4. So I'm back to thinking they can't dot it out. That's exactly what they needed. Vinay just not able to cut that one off, just past his outside boot. And 4 runs. This is a seesawing affair. Sorry to steal your line there, Vikya Kapoor, in the YouTube comments, but it is a seesawing game. Back live and a shorter one. Whipped away. That should be back-to-back 4s. Yes, it is. Unable to cut it off from square leg. Mera diving to his right. 22 off. Got almost back to a runner ball now. What looked like, what was it, 30 off 22 required? Now it's 22 off 20. Wow. There's the seesaw again. Malhar again being a little bit too expensive. And then they can just ease a single. Samtani onto it quickly at forward of point, but run always there, and the damage already done. 10 runs this over, 1 ball remaining. Titans need a wicket. And what they don't. Oh, I thought that went down leg, but watching it from side on, it looked like that, but it actually went over the top of leg stump. So it was a good delivery to finish with, but the damage done. 10 coming from the 17th. 3 overs remain. 18 legal deliveries. 21 required for victory. And is it too early to point out, Ashwin, that if they score 20 in the next 18, we go to a super over? Which will be very interesting for you, using the MV Play for the first time and how to log a super over, but good luck with that. That's your job. That's an Ashwin problem, not an Aaron problem, as Siddharth Jain comes back into the attack to bowl the 18th. It'll be his final over, 2 for 26 so far. As Gary calls for the helmet. Remember back 16.5 deliveries ago. First delivery of the innings. Siddharth Jain getting the massive wicket of Bhupinder Singh off the first ball. Can he do it again? He's got 6 balls left of his spell. Full to start with. Gary pushes straight to Vohra at extra cover, but the push and run is what they're doing. And there was nobody backing up for Vohra to have a shy anyway. I think Gary is so quick between the wickets, was safely in. Gandhi back on strike. That's a bit of a win for the Titans. He's not scoring as fast as another one going over the top of Gandhi's leg stump. Will Jain bite, try to pitch it up a little bit more, put it in the slot. He does. It's skied off the top of the bat. It's going to fall safely. Martani comes in from long off, keeps it to 1. Gary, he finds a better purchase on the bat. That's beautifully timed. Oh my goodness. That was ridiculous. Matani had to come to his left, had about half a second to react and couldn't get there in time. Long boundary. But just the timing on this. Look at that, scooped out. Just keeping it wide enough. Now it's stuck underneath a roller. We're going to have a little delay. Still looking for the ball. Just a little bit of late delay. All right, we've given up. Can't find that one. Replacement ball for Siddharth, who needs to find a wicket with his last 2 deliveries. 15 off 14. Big knock here from Gary. Could well be a match-winning knock. And he's going to retain strike. Well, he's not. There's 1 ball left, but he is going to get another single. 7 off the over. 14 off 13. Smashes in the box seat to go to grade 1 and also play in Friday's grade 2 final. Titans, they have to find something here. Won't be any dotting it out from here, I don't think. Full toss. Didn't get much of it, but got enough of it to get a single, retain the strike. So the over done. We have 12 legal deliveries remaining in the second semi-final of the KCC Morning League Grade 2. 13 runs required, 12 balls to come. And Nishal Savlani will bowl the penultimate over. 3 overs, none for 31. He can't be giving up 10s. He was tidier in his previous over. Just went for 5. If he can do that, it'll put some last over pressure on. Here we go. Starts full. Again. He's walking off. I'm not sure what happened here, but I think he's walked off on the LBW appeal. Oh, okay. That's an out, retired, injured. So the LBW decision, that was pretty close, to be honest. Okay, so the captain's retired out, injured.
I need to edit because the ball is counted, right?
Okay, we're ready to go here. Sanka comes to the crease. Just a little bit of editing needed. A little bit of extra drama at the end of the game. Oh, that's an extra drama. Freebie for the Smashers. 12 to win off 11. Gary at the non-strikers end. That's a win for the Titans. Can they get an early wicket? But they give a full toss. It's just gone through everything. It's going to be a dot. Okay, 12 off 10. That one's hit hard. Work to do out in the deep. Does well. Keeps it to 1. That's a win for the Titans, but it brings Kirish Nair back on strike. And he has been in some form. 28 off 14. Winds up. What has he done there? Is it just scooped up over the top with the gloves? A leg by only. Well, said that if Savlani can just go for 5, he'll put some pressure on the end. He's given away a wide and a leg by and a single so far. 2 balls left. He's only gone for 3 and he's got the new batter back on strike. He comes a long way down the pitch, scoops it up out to Asuri, and it will only be 1 as well. So 4 off the over. 1 ball left. If Gary can find the boundary here, the Smashers should be able to just trot on into the grand final. But if Nishal can keep this to a dot or 1, we're going to have an exciting final 6 deliveries. Winds up on it. Oh, anticlimactic. He's yeeted it down leg with the left arm around the wicket. He will get the single, so they'll get 6 runs off the penultimate over. 7 required off the final. And Malhar Vora is given the duties. He's been expensive today. We've said it already. 3 overs, none for 37. He only has 6 runs to play with. Gary's going to be on strike. He's 29 off 16. He's in a mood. Can Vora generate a wicket? Wicket is just as valuable as a dot, and dot's just as valuable as a wicket. DLS never came into the game as the weather has cleared up, stayed nice for a Wednesday final. We're going to play the full 20 overs here. Okay, Malhar Vora. Girish Nair. What have we got? Deep cover. Long on, long off. Deep mid-wicket. Mera going back to deep square leg. Here we go. It's going to go maximum. The scores are tied with 5 balls remaining. That was big. Gary has taken this game by the scruff of the neck. Okay, scores tied. 5 balls remaining. Titans have to bring everyone in. They cannot give up a run. Here we go. A single wins it. They're going to run. They're going to get it. It's going to go for at least 1. And the Tsing Smashers are going through to Grade 1 in 2025-26. They'll be in Friday's final up against the Hong Kong Nepalese Cricket Association. We're going to get the player of the match to Gary for that fabulous 36 off 18, getting the team through. But what an innings. What a game. Okay, we'll run through the batting and bowling cards as we wrap up the broadcast. Day 2 of 4 of the finals week of the KCC Morning League. Batting for the Tsing Smashers, it was a great 59 off 27 by Khawaja. And Venkatesh did well as well, 29 off 26. But Gary's 36 off 18 when the team looked like they could have been in a lot of trouble getting their way home and getting it done with 4 balls remaining. Bowling card. And a fighting three-for from Kananasuri wasn't enough in the end. And two-for Jane, a wicket off that first delivery, had the Titans right in it. They just felt maybe 10 to 15 runs short. We thought that in the first innings, needed to get up over 180. The Smashers chasing it down with 4 balls to spare, getting a 3-wicket victory and heading to Friday's grand final against the Hong Kong Nepalese Cricket Association. Before that, we've got the big one tomorrow. It is the Grade 1 final. It's the Sky Warriors Derby. It's the Avengers up against the Marvels, live from 7 a.m. here at Kowloon Cricket Club. We'll be live on KCC Morning League YouTube from 6:55. Make sure you join us then from Ashwin to Carnia in the broadcast area. This is Aaron Bush signing off.